Wow, looks like someone started going to the gym. Hello everyone, welcome back to the next of our Transformers reviews, and today we have Legacy Animated Universe Prowl. Now, first things first, I really like this guy. I haven't really stopped messing with him since I got him. He's quite posable for what he is, and by what he is I mean a deluxe. And he looks really good. You can tell by looking at him that it's that it's animated Prowl, but at the same time he's gotten such like a revamp to him that looks absolutely amazing. Like I said in the intro, he looks like he just started going to the gym and then this happened. I really hope we get some more animated characters in the future, like a Bumblebee. Mostly just Bumblebee. Honestly, they could... No. I was thinking they could maybe find a way to remold this into Bumblebee, but it would be quite difficult. He's got all the proportions, though. Honestly. And who knows, maybe they could even have like a fold-in blaster and then like a peg in the back of his hand like they did for Impactor that plugs and makes his stinger, but meh. That's very unlikely, seeing as how this turns into a motorcycle. Speaking of, how does this turn into a motorcycle? Just like when you look at it, you can barely tell. That's one of my favorite things about this guy, is he turns into a decent motorcycle and doesn't look like it. Well, that's not a bad thing. What I mean is, he turns into a really good a decent motorcycle, and at the same time he looks really cool and beefy in robot mode, which is not something you see very often. Usually if something turns into a motorcycle, it's not beefy at all. It's all skinny. But, there he is. Now we're going to start off with his packaging, and then we'll go back to this guy. So we have here, Animated Universe Prowl. Legacy Evolution, Transformers, awesome Legacy art on the side. Wait a second. If I have my, I might finally be able to complete this, now that I think about it, like this art on the side. If I can finally complete this, that'll be really cool. So let's talk about this art here. If I can get it to focus, geez. We've got, I think I might have mentioned this before, but it's Leo Prime, the Junkions, the Core Class, Dinobots, I believe that is Medics. Got Breakdown back here. I believe this is like a... Oh, you can't see that. I believe that's like a mid-transformation Breakdown, like car mid-transformation robot. Armada Prime, and of course Tarn front and center, who definitely deserves to be front and center. Continuing on to the back, you have Evo Fusion, and by Evo Fusion they mean not Evo Fusion because there is no fusion happening here. It's just them putting the weapon in his hand, and I have no idea how they did that. They put the shuriken in his right hand. I have no idea how to do that because his right hand is designed to hold the gun, and his left hand is designed to hold the shuriken. I don't know. Anyway, more than meets the eye. At the top, whoa, back here. 20 steps, yeah. Then, of course, Prowl written on the side here, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's got 5 letters, so I'm assuming that's his Prowl. Yeah, I mean, it always has their names at the top corner, so. Yeah. Prowl. And then, of course, the Legacy artwork always looks very nice. And yeah. That's everything to do with the packaging. You can scan that if you want. Anyway, now, bringing Prowl back in here, let's do some comparisons. So we're going to start off with Micromaster Scale, Fuser, Core Class, Iguanus, Deluxe Class, Siege 6 gun. If he'll stand up, up. He won't, but there you go. He's a bit short for a deluxe, but oh, don't hit your friend. He's a bit short for a deluxe, but it fits him because he's prowl. Sorry about that. And for a small Voyager, we have Impactor. For an average Voyager, Tard. And for a big Voyager, Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen, Megatron. And, of course, with the Combiner Shelf. Now, real quick, before we get into everything else, I do want to mention something really cool that I may be doing in the near future, which is I found a lot. And by a lot, I mean I found like $25, and it's just like on Mercari, and it's just a bunch of small, dumb, probably broken Transformers that I may or may not be reviewing in the near future if I choose to buy them. So be on the lookout for that if it comes out. It's a bit closer. Now, we'll talk about his accessories. So, they are actually on him right now. These pop off, and he does look weird without them, honestly. If these weren't here, like if these were a bit smaller, he would not look as weird, but he does. Yeah, these are his wheels / shurikens, which these are supposed to have a gimmick where they like spin and go a lot further out than mine do. Like I think this one does it better. Oh no, this one doesn't do it at all. Yeah, mine are kind of broken, so you have to like do it manually, and then they kind of ratchet into place. If I can find the other one. If you could see here. It's kind of difficult to do sometimes, but yeah. Shuriken. And like I said, his left hand is designed to hold these. That's the wrong one. There we go. You can have him and also, for those of you who do play Sekiro, tell me these don't look like Nightjar Shurikens. These look like Nightjar weapons. Also, be on the lookout for more Sekiro content that I might upload. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, and like I said, the instructions and stuff like that show him holding them in this hand, and I can tell that he's supposed to be able to hold them in this hand, but I can't figure it out. I cannot figure it out for the life of me. How they got him to hold it. I mean, you can rest it in his hand, but you can't get him, like, to efficiently hold it. But yeah, that is his weapons, and it does say Evo Fusion, but I don't see what they mean by that, because there really is no fusing going on here. They're just kind of detached. I mean, they fuse to his legs, but that's where they already were supposed to be, I think. Actually, no, I guess technically these were packaged separately. Also, these look like Krabby Patties. It's the Krabby Patty of death. You'll never be able to unsee that, and I'll never be able to unsee that, so we are one and the same now, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to his articulation. So, starting at the head, very expressive. I love how Legacy has given us really nice ball joints. Like, you got a side-to-side movement that's pretty good. You can get him in a very confused look. I enjoy that look of confusion. That was a dumb joke, I'm sorry. You can look down pretty good. You can look up all the way. I think that's due to transformation. Head does 360 degrees on the ball joint. He also has this joint for transformation if you need it. Anyway, arms can go out as much as you pretty much need them to. They can move down ever so slightly, but then they'll go right back up. So, because he does have this like transformation joint here, but I guess you can't really use that in robot mode. Bicep swivel, that is very nice. And then 90 degree, slightly over 90 degrees of elbow bend. And then, yeah. If you look at it from behind, his arm looks kind of broken, but it's not. Just don't look at it from behind. And then he has wrist articulation A, or transformation wrist A, they can move in. This isn't something you see very often, he's got an ab crunch. Of course it's not there just to be an ab crunch, it's for transformation, but he does have an ab crunch that works very well. Also, well, not quite, but we're going to just 360 shoulders if you make sure that they don't hit the handlebars here. Also, if you want, they can be like this. If you need that to be a thing, they can do that. These can also move out of the way if you want to have a cleaner display, but then they're down here. You can have them, like if you really don't care about how your figure looks from behind, you can have them like, why does my voice keep cracking? If you really don't care about how he looks from behind, you can have him like this, but then that happens, and that just doesn't look good. I like the look with the wings. Now he has wrist, or not that's his wrist. He has waist articulation. That does kind of mess with this little, like, flap. But you can also put it up, but I personally don't like that because it makes the backpack look solid, and it makes it look more like a backpack and less like wings. Anyway, the legs can go up, I believe, all the way, if you need them to. They can go forward this far, back that far, or if you move them out a little, that far. His knees kind of click into place, like you can see here. Like it goes smooth movement and then click. I don't know why they do that, because that's not for transformation, but I mean, I guess you could just kind of shave that, and then it'll work just fine, but I don't know, maybe it's important. But yeah, normally I have his legs like this, which looks kind of weird, but Anyway, knees go back that far, so more than you need them to. Rotate, or not rotate. Not the knees rotate. He has a bicep swivel. I can't think of what anything is. Thigh swivel. His feet are very articulated. They can even go. I mean, he has a smooth criminal joint. It's a weird one, but he does have one. This moves. So yeah, there you go. He is the smoothest of criminals. Look at that. Now he's just laying down. So that's smooth. Anyway, yeah, this can also be used for backwards movement. Whoa. Don't fall off. That never falls off. What the heck? Anyway, you can also have him doing like some crazy slide maneuver, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, then also, he doesn't have the deepest ankle tilt, which is kind of unfortunate considering how this guy's like a ninja, basically. So, yeah. But you can get some pretty good outward movement. That's about as far as it'll go. Now that we've covered all of his articulation, I believe... Yep. Well, I guess you can do this if you need that to be a thing. You can do that. And he can do this. So his feet are very articulated due to just being on a ball joint right there. Now, moving on to his transformation. His transformation is a bit confusing to me, honestly. Like, I always forget how to do it properly, but I'm gonna bring his head up like that, bring his arms out, and fold in his hands. Next, you're going to bring up the flap here, and rotate his waist so that it is like this, specifically. Then, going to just kind of fold all of this around, and try to tuck his face in there. Then, you're going to use the ab crunch joint to move this all the way forward. Bring the arms down on this hinge, then they'll tab together to form the siren. How fun. Next up, the next step will be to bring this leg, swivel it back, bring it forward, make sure that this waist joint is all the way forward. Bring this up, and it'll sit in that little notch there. Doesn't tab in, but sits there well enough. And you're going to bring the foot around and just make it sit there. You can bring the wings back. First, you want to swing the handles around. on the wings and bring them down, and they'll tab in to the notch there, and then the foot will have this really, whoa, what just happened? Then not only do they do that, they have this really, whoa, what is wrong here? Something is off. Something is not properly aligned. I think it's the foot. The foot's not properly aligned. Oh, great, now everything's coming apart. Like I said, bit of a difficult transformation for what he is. Come on. How do I do this? There goes his wheel. That's fine. Why can't I remember how to transform this guy all of a sudden? I'm having trouble. It's just because this, like I said, his transformation is not very good. Why is the foot so far away? What did I do wrong? Oh wait, I think I just fixed it. Maybe. Maybe. Come on. The foot usually has this really satisfying connection with the door wings, or side wings rather. But now it's not. There we go. I got it, ish. But yeah, very satisfying. Actually, I gotta bring out the kickstand. Peg those in. Usually it's satisfying, but I am dumb, so it wasn't very satisfying. Now, all you have is this leg sticking out the front of the bike. So what you're going to do is rotate it up, bring this all the way down. You're going to bring the wheel up some, I think. Yeah, and then you just want to kind of get this right, bring the foot all the way up, and then it'll sit in place there. Make sure everything is proper. And there is prowl. His kickstand is not the best. There is prowl in bike mode. Oh, I gotta grab this other wheel thing. This other wheel ninja star shuriken thing. And then I don't like to fold the kickstand up all the way when I'm putting the kickstand away, because then it's hard to get out. Just fold it up. One click, because it has like 3 clicks, which is in the foot, here, and then out of the foot. Yeah, it has like in, halfway, out. Yeah. Then you don't want to have the handlebars forward all the way, because that will, like, it looks just ever so slightly off. So what I like to do is just bring them up just a little bit, as much as they can go up. And then that gives it a bit more of a natural look to the handlebars. But yeah, looking at the bike mode, it's good for what this figure is, with how great his robot mode looks. It's great how they managed to turn him into such a great look. I'm saying great a lot. His robot mode looks amazing, and they managed to turn him into this really good looking bike. So yeah, and it is a pretty good kickstand. Now I'm saying pretty good a lot, jeez. Now the wheels roll just fine. Obviously he's not going to roll on his own because he's a motorcycle. Actually, come to think of it, why aren't his wheels rolling correctly? Oh, now they are. He rolls fine, but like I said, he will not stand up by himself because he is a motorcycle. Why is this coming out a lot? It doesn't do that, I swear. It's just doing that now all of a sudden for some reason. Rolling. Always good when a Transformer rolls. Tarn. I shouldn't say it. The DJD will come after me. Anyway, very nice bike mode, very nice robot mode. Now, I'm gonna put him back into robot mode while talking about a couple interesting things. So, interesting things. His bike mode, or his transformation, mostly from bike mode to robot, is a bit horrible. Well, not horrible, but a lot of stuff gets stuck on a lot of other well, no, not a lot of stuff. It's just the hood section here, or not hood, but whatever this is. Like, I can't tell why it's not going down. It should be going down, but it just gets stuck there. There's nothing. Well, I mean, I guess it's that, But that doesn't make any sense, because then, like, if I take the robot mode head, fold it back, bring it all the way around, come on. Like I said, transformation from bike mode is not the best. There we go. I fold it all the way back, and then it'll go down perfectly. I have no idea how the head affects that. But, yes. Obviously, robot mode looks amazing and is, pretty faithful to the animated design. But it has its own, legacy spin on things, which I know a lot of people hate, like the G1ifications, as they're called. I love them. I think it's a really cool way of including characters who don't fit the modern aesthetic and making them fit the modern aesthetic, you know? I believe I've heard it said, Prime Knockout, for example. It's great to be able to put him with, Generations and not have him look weird, because Generations is pretty much only what Hasbro's put out over the last year or so. Multiple years. But I suppose that's been Legacy, Armada. Why do I keep saying Armada? I guess I re-recorded the Starscream review a couple too many times. Legacy Animated Universe Prowl. Now, this is a fun figure. I recommend you get him, because honestly, why not? He's $25, average deluxe price, and he's one of my favorite deluxes at the moment. That might just be because he's new, but looking at my collection there, I don't think I have many deluxes that are more... I don't have many deluxes that are more fun than this guy. He is not the best deluxe. Not in a bad way. He's just he literally isn't the best, but he is above average. He is above average for a deluxe. Now, that has been the review. Do all the good stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. I especially appreciate it when you comment, as it shows me you care enough to comment on the video. And until next time, enjoy the pictures. That's a dumb pose.